years also today because of consistency, and we wouldn't be here if it wouldn't have been for consistency. So congrats to Aman and the incredible team. I think my journey on LinkedIn also started very randomly and abruptly. I never planned to be the India's youngest LinkedIn top voice or to have about 2 lakh followers on Instagram, on LinkedIn. And you know, when I just started randomly because people say ना कि आपके पास कोई बात करने के लिए नहीं होता है, तो you start writing your thoughts on social media, and that's what had happened to me. I was just about 18 years of age, and I was in my college. One day I was sitting thinking about my life. I didn't know what to do with it, you know, and my friends there were interning in some great places, earning great stipends, and here I was just contemplating about life. And there's also a saying, right, that कभी कुछ आता नहीं है तो सब अपना अपना ज्ञान ही दे देते हैं. So that's what I did on LinkedIn, you know. It was not even a personal blog like Medium, it was a professional platform like LinkedIn, and I wrote some philosophical bullshit, I would call it, because it didn't make any sense, but at least it got me started, and much to my surprise, I thought at least 30 likes would come to it, but not even 5 likes came, you know. I just got 3 likes on my first post. And a lot of people told me that why are you wasting your time, just go look for a job, do some internships, read something, write much better stuff. But I was like, okay, I will take my own sweet time, and also because I had age in my favor, I had a good time over the rest, and I had that competitive advantage age-wise. So I was like, okay, I will give it a try. I mean, no harm in trying how LinkedIn pans out to be. And I started writing, you know, and it's been a journey since then. It's been 5 years. I just have grown from one follower each to making it 2 lakh, and it's been very, very difficult because each time I sit to write a post, I think it'll be done in 30 minutes, but it takes me 3 to 4 hours to write each post. And I think the influence that it creates to the people, that's much more satisfying than anything else. Like even when 3 people liked my first post, I was like, at least they gave their time, energy and effort into reading my first post, you know. And today I write about different startup stories, different funding, and you know, some people just come up to me and say, the young startup founders, that you have just made an influence so much more bigger than what we had with just that one post. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know my writing creates so much of big waves in the industry, and how much it can be created more with such people like me who write on LinkedIn about others. Because if you see today, LinkedIn has all become about self-congratulatory posts, selfies, glamorous clothes and all of those things, but I never got inclined to it because traction never mattered for me, but the real influence did, and that's what my social currency is. And I think the definition for consistency has always been for me to find the calm in the chaos, because LinkedIn is such a chaotic market, you know. Every day you see different posts, you would be like, okay, मैं ये भी लिख लेती हूँ, I should try this, I should connect with these people, and you know, in all of those chaos you just lose out on your purpose. So I think for me, purpose setting was very, very important in the initial stage. And that's why I used to just, after my internship days, I would sit in the library, I would read newspapers and literally find topics to write on LinkedIn. And I had to find my niche, because I knew, and I was very clear from day one, right, that if I'm doing something, I will give it 100%, and I will do it only to create myself the best person on that platform. Otherwise, I won't give my time to it. And because that vision was clear, I would just think that, okay, what my niche can be next. Because everyone was writing about stories, about themselves, or about some great achievements they had. And here I was at 18 years of age with nothing. So it was so difficult for me to choose what should I write on. But newspapers clearly helped me, and sometimes it's said, right, that the most intelligent person is someone who doesn't know anything and who knows nothing at all about anything in the world. And because I was not from a finance background, when I read financial articles on newspapers, I thought that these are written so complicated, these are full of jargons, just some journalist wants to present his vocabulary to us, and that's why it's written in such flowery language. Now how do I really break it down for myself to understand? It was very difficult, and I'm sure that we us as humans have the same cranial capacity, so I'm sure that if I'm not understanding it, there might be at least 100 more students of my caliber who wouldn't be understanding what is written there, and it's a news that everyone needs to know. So I said, okay, let me just break it down, and thankfully I was always surrounded by right kind of mentors, right kind of peer supports, right kind of friends who always told me what to do, how to do. So I anyways had a LinkedIn top voice guys helping me out in writing. So he said that, okay, choose this niche, choose newspapers, because that is what people are not writing about simply. That is what you want to understand. So what you're understanding, you can also try writing. And much as you would think that I've been a writer since childhood because I'm a writer on LinkedIn, it's not at all true, because I learnt it while I was writing on the go. It was never planned. And that's how I started, my articles started picking up during lockdown, because professionals had a lot of free time, and I think their free time became my asset, because I got a lot of traction because of it. And today I'm helping, women and their stories come out to much larger audience through my voice and influence on LinkedIn. And I run a podcast show called Wiping Out the Norm. I was just showing to one of your team members who runs the podcast consulting, so as to check if I'm on the right path or no. So yeah, that's the show I'm running now, because I thought that what's the use of so many followers if you can't really affect somebody's life and bring out their stories. So yeah, that's what I'm doing currently, and I think I cannot really define how consistency can be built, because it is something that you need to experience it by yourself, learn from your own mistakes, and really get on the go. So yeah, that's been my short story, and there can be many more things that I can say, but yeah, I'll keep it short for now.
Sure, please stay on. Very fast. The last post that you had put on the LinkedIn is African women receive less than 0.5%
Yeah.
of the total VC capital, right?
Yeah.
Did you do a research? How much of the percentage of the women in India get the VC capital?
Oh, it's less than 10%, but at least it's better than Africa. But it's very, very bad, unfortunately. But we will get there unless unless these stories keep coming. I'm sure people like us will get educated and will take some step and action towards it.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
So I was just wondering, did you do the research even on India?
Oh yes, of course, and that's why I thought let's see how the global landscape is, because we should know that how far ahead we are on the global stage as well, because we keep thinking कि India सब में पीछे है, but ऐसा नहीं है, इसमें बहुत आगे है. Yeah, thank you.